you remember, in fact, it wasn't even that long ago, March 15th, this 51-year-old empty egg carton, Sarah Silverman, that fucking bitch who was all about trying to pop a headline because nobody was paying attention to her for a little while, post all of that fucking election propaganda that she was out there, and the most attention that she got was, wow, for a fucking old bitch, she sure has some nice tits. Outside of that, making these vapid statements like, oh, I don't even recognize my party anymore. There's just so much division. They've become the party of absolutism. Yeah, the only tism is what's between those fucking ears. You were the one who made the situation, okay? You are the one to blame. You are the one who was constantly running around all the time seeing fucking swastikas when they were just fucking underground power line markings on the street, you dummy. And then you'd have people in the center, former SJWs who eventually got kicked out, and it's like, I don't even know anymore, and I'm gonna try to be one of the cool kids. Always be worried about those people. They're the same ones who would praise Pence for having a respectable appearance at the vice presidential debates. No, she was making these stupid statements on the podcast, which is so popular. She would make the dumb statements like, there's righteousness porn and absoluteness present in the Democratic Party, and she was just going to be politically homeless going forward. Well, it didn't take her that long to backtrack on that dumb quote-unquote change of heart, because what we got here is just the perfect example of, you can take the bitch out of the Democratic Party, but you can't take the Democratic Party out of the bitch. Proof positive, because if you, in lieu of her being able to go and do stand-up comedy sets, you can actually just go see her embrace the policies of the Democratic Party down there at one of those shows in Tijuana every Saturday from 6 p.m. and then the 8 p.m. show as well. Sarah Silverman, with all of her absolutism, all of their righteousness porn, goes after one of her vaunted sacred cows of the Democratic Party. In fact, Caitlyn Jenner, Republican candidate for California governor, I guess. I don't know. We'll get to her in a second. Sarah Silverman calls Caitlyn Jenner a twat for supporting restrictions on trans athletes. Yeah, for having one good opinion, okay? No, I wasn't one of those people who wanted to say anything really terribly nice about Caitlyn Jenner running for governor of California, but yeah, she had a reasonable take on the fact that born men have a biological advantage over females in athletic endeavors. I know, it's fucking weird, right? But you're a trans person. Don't you guys all think the same? No, some of them think logically. And that was one good take down an entire shit salad that Caitlyn was presenting. What was most of her platform? Don't know. But she had one good take, and centrist comedian Sarah Silverman blasted California gubernatorial candidate and former Olympian Caitlyn Jenner for agreeing with her restrictions on transgender athletes. The comedian attacked Jenner as a twat. Well, at least she got to the gender of her insult correct. For recent comments concerning transgender athletes, Jenner said that it isn't fair for men who have transitioned as women to compete against biological women. That's true. I would love to see Sarah Silverman try to compete against Ronnie Coleman in any sort of weightlifting competition. Go ahead and tell me that she has the hope of beating any competently trained, any comparably trained men in any athletic vocation. It just wouldn't happen. She would not have a hope in hell of winning. She could probably beat some fucking neck-bearded Redditor. That'd be a fucking walk in the park, but some 5'7" man who's a weekend warrior goes out and runs a half marathon every year, oh yeah, would absolutely smoke her. Every day of the week. But yet again, she's going to take on somebody who, I don't know, won the fucking decathlon, but because she has a microphone, that makes her an expert. I've heard that one. Sarah Silverman went as far to suggest that Jenner, who has accepted the label of being transgender, as transphobic. That's a fucking big brain take right there. I saw Caitlyn Jenner saying trans girls should not play girls' sports. Let's see why she thinks that that's bad. Caitlyn, you're a woman, right? Nope. A trans girl is a girl. Nope. She should have the same rights as a cis girl. Nope. Actually, I will walk that back. What rights do trans girls have that cis girls don't have? Okay? Get rid of the qualifiers, okay? If you think that every girl is a girl if they identify as a girl, girl, what rights don't they have? If they present adequately as female, what rights don't they have? Okay? Dull ways. I just can't think of any. Okay? Is it a right to play sport? No, it's not. It's a privilege. You have to be good enough to get on the team. okay? There's a reason why in combat sports, there's weight classes, okay? There's a reason why I, at 6'6", 2 1/4, couldn't hop in the ring and box a 5'6" Filipino man. There's just no way in hell they would survive. But no, maybe she's, okay, instead of the purity porn, maybe she's just all about that violence porn. Who knows? She just wants to see some absolute train wreck. If you think a trans girl, what you think is a trans girl is too strong, Sarah, whatever, stupid added. What about tall girls as opposed to short girls? There's weight classes. Fucking tard. What about boys in high school who are teeny tiny and their teammates have already hit puberty and are shaving? She lacks this crucial bit of information, I suppose. Why don't you just have co-ed sports divided by weight or height? You know, this is so dumb. Yeah, okay. Why don't we do that? Oh, we already do that. This is why listening to retards like this, or Bill Maher, or any of those fucking talking heads on any of the alphabet networks out there. That's why listening to these people who literally only have half the story, or maybe not even that much, whatever comes through their teleprompter, whatever they read, their empty-headed opinions that just get fed through the back and then just get shat out the front. There's no substance there. They don't even know where the fuck they are half the time. In fact, they take their marching orders from people like Nancy Pelosi, who had the balls to wish Willie McCovey a great day on Willie Mays' birthday. What? Happy 90th birthday to an all-American icon, Willie Mays, a trailblazing, record-breaking baseball player, civil rights leader, and champion for youth sports and well-being. Isn't he great? Willie Mays is a civic legend and national treasure. Well, okay, she could have at least tweeted out the picture of, what was that, Willie Mays' last year with the Mets where he fell down in the outfield trying to catch a fly ball. That would have been less embarrassing than at least had the common decency to fucking delete it. But you know that had to come straight from her, because I don't think any staffer could be that fucking retarded. At least they do a little bit of proofreading. Like, if that was there's no real timestamp on it or anything, but it had to come afternoon at some point. But yeah, let's talk about the big bitch in question. The one that Sarah Silverman wants to trash. Okay, you have some kind of coalition of rhinos and neocon, misguided trap lovers who think that Caitlyn Jenner, oh yeah, she's the right one. She could bridge that divide. She could be just like Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the early 2000s. He was somebody who came out of pop culture supremacy, and he rose, and he was a great governor. Are you retarded? Are you retarded? What has Bruce Jenner done, okay? When she was still Bruce Jenner. Arnold, his accomplishments are many. His company building, his leadership was noted. Bruce was on a fucking reality show and then transitioned and won Woman of the Year and fucking Athlete of the Decade at the ESPYs. Like, it hasn't done fuck all. Says one good thing about trans athletes, gets a bunch of people fucking upset, and then makes dumb fucking statements like backing amnesty for illegal aliens. Something that I think whatever was remaining of your electorate, the amount of people that you had already pushed out, you just made that boat a little bit bigger. I'm for legal immigration, okay, Jenner said in an interview with Dana Bash, set to air on CNN on Monday night. That should have been a huge motherfucking red flag, the fact that she was on CNN. My god, between the first video and this one right here, we just made the trifecta, because we got CBC, MSNBC, and now CNN. Oh my god. What's been happening on the border was honestly one of the reasons I decided to run for governor. Setting it up good. I was watching people dying come across the river, kids in cages, whatever you want to call them. Big-headed Dana Bash. They should have a chance at citizenship? Absolutely, yeah. Oh, they should. I mean, there's a lot of people, but personally, I've met some of the most wonderful people, and they do my lawn, who have come to this country, and they are just model citizens. Yeah, then they should just apply for citizenship like everybody else. Like, I couldn't cross the fucking... I get, for you guys, it's northern border, but for me, it's the southern border. Set up a life in, fucking Montana, and not face repercussions. It's just not something, well, personally, I would be a fan of, and I would make myself a massive hypocrite on that. But to start off your interview by saying, I'm for legal immigration, and then just trying to make the idea of illegal immigration work for your perception of legal immigration is just as stupid as Sarah Silverman thinking that it would be a smart idea to start segregating athletes based on height and weight. It's stupid, and I can't wait for a legitimate candidate to emerge in this fucking sham of a recall. It's gonna happen. The people that are out there are not inspiring whatsoever. Like, even the most recent poll that I've seen, Jenner's polling like a 6% in a crowded field. I'm pretty sure Newsom's already just stamping her into the ground at this point. Which, if we're going to do a trans fight, I would love to see that one take place in the ring, because I would probably put money on Jenner, even though she is like, 71 at this point. I think she could probably kick Newsom's ass. That'd be fun. But yeah, I guess the overarching story of this is celebrities are stupid and Nancy Pelosi's a drunk. But you already knew that, and just a couple more obvious facts. The sky's blue, the water's wet, and grass is green. Thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.